Good morning, sports fans. This is Drive Time Football, AFL 1960. We are in Houston at Jepson Stadium for a Week 3 matchup between the 2-0 Boston Patriots, playing, let's face it, a little bit above their heads right now, and they are on the road against the 2-0 Houston Oilers, who are every bit of that 2-0. So we're going to see what happens here. But Boston right now has been a pleasant surprise in this inaugural season of the AFL. Again, I am playing a season, but I'm using a unique and a schedule as opposed to a real schedule. So, all right, so let's find out if Boston wins this coin toss. And it's going to be tails, which means I always go heads. So tails means Houston has the choice. Houston is going to take the ball to start. So Boston will be kicking off on the road at Jepson Field here. Coach Lou Rimkus is doing a fine job. George Blanda under center. He's had some good days and bad days, however they are 2-0. Billy Cannon, Dave Smith, and Ken Hall. Fantastic running attack. We've got Bill Groman, Charlie Hennigan, and John Carson as the receivers. Hennigan is a flanker / right end. We've got George Blanda doing the place kicking duties, Ken Hall returning kicks, and Billy Cannon returning punts. Ken Hall can return a kick for a touchdown. We got to keep an eye on that today. The Boston Patriots, coached by Lou Saban, and someone brought this to my attention. I always thought Nick Saban was Lou Saban's son. I was wrong about that. So one of my very astute listeners and subscribers pointed out that was a falsehood. So I was mistaken. Either way, Lou Saban is a coach here of the Boston Patriots. Butch Songin is their quarterback. He's had good days and bad days. Of course, this is the 1960s. That's going to happen with some of these guys. A great backfield. Dick Christie, Alan Miller, and Ron Burton. Jim Colclaw, Oscar Lofton, and Thomas Stevens are the receivers. Jim Colclaw is their best receiver. One and only Gino Capoletti is their place kicker. Dick Christie is their kick returner. And Billy Wells is their punt returner. And there we have it, folks. And again, Boston pleasantly surprised, playing above their heads. We'll see if this continues for the remainder of the season. But all right, Houston's going to take the opening kickoff. We're going to make that kickoff roll right now. And remember, I'm ticking possessions and writing only down only the scores, like a score sheet. No, there will be no kick return for Houston today. And by the way, that's their role. You don't do it every time there's a kick. You do it one time and see if they get it. All right, so Houston's opening drives. They bring it out to about the 26-yard line. Under center, George Blanda steps under. It's nice and quiet here. Houston fans want their offense to operate appropriately. They snap the ball. It's going to be an offensive drive of 9. That's going to be a punt. It's going to end in a punt. And no punt return for Boston as they take over after a nice punt. And Boston goes to work. Butch Songin under center. It's going to be the defense of Houston. They're going to pick it off. It's going to be intercepted as Songin throws an interception. It's going to be picked off by Julian Spence. I'm not tracking that right now. I'm only tracking scores now on my box scores. And we do roll to see if that's interception return for TD. It can be done as Spence snatches this out of the air to put into the drive. Songin's first interception of the day. All right, Houston with the ball, short field. And it's going to be on the defense as Boston Patriots relinquish a... No, Boston hammers and hits, strips the ball away from... Oh, Billy Cannon is lit up. Ball comes loose. There is a fumble return chance for Boston, but they don't do it. But Boston now with the ball. This is the 4th possession of the game as both teams have turned it over here in the first quarter. It is 0-0, folks, if you can believe that. Butch Songin under center again, midfield, snaps the ball. It's going to be defense 7. It's going to be a red zone trip. Houston relinquishes a long drive, and we're looking at the defense of Houston. Do they give up any points here in the first 9? Yep. No, missed field goal. Gino Capoletti misses a field goal. Say it ain't so, Gino. Dang, and Houston dodges a bullet. This is the 5th drive. They do get their extra drive. There is no end of game or end of half check here. And Houston, with their last drive of this quarter, It's going to be the defense 3. It's going to be picked off. Uh-oh. That's 5. Intercepted by Clyde Washington. Clyde Washington take it back in 2 instances on 2D12. And no, he doesn't. But man, that was close. Boston, do they get their extra drive? They do. Boston now on a short field after an interception by Washington. Can they score? 8. Offense is punt. And folks, we're looking at a 0-0 ball game after the first quarter in Jepson Field in Houston. I can't believe it. Unbelievable. All right, Houston with the ball. First possession. Houston, after a missed field goal. Defense, it's going to be 8. It's going to be a punt. So Houston punts the ball away. Boston takes over midfield, or deep in their own field. It's going to be defense 7. Red zone trip. Houston relinquishes a red zone trip. Butch Songen drives him down, looks over the defense, snaps the ball. It's going to be a incomplete pass. They'll settle for a field goal. So Gino Cappelletti, second quarter, Boston, despite missing an easy field goal in the first quarter, Gino does get him on the board first. Cappelletti. And look at this. Boston would love to remain undefeated. Unbelievable. That's the second possession of the second quarter. Houston drives after the kickoff, and it's going to be a punt. Boston gets the ball about their own 30, 35. It's going to be offense 7. Is going to be a punt. Uh-oh. They both get their final drive. Now we got to do end of half, end of game. Houston, do they get their last drive? They do. And that was end of half check, by the way. Houston, with that drive, can they get on the board? Offense 9 is punt. Poor Houston. Is this the end of the half on the Boston Patriots? It is not. Boston will get one more drive, a chance to double-digit up their first half lead. 6 offense is going to be red zone. Butch into the end zone. Snaps the ball. Oh, it's a snap, set, kick, miss. Gino Cappelletti misses his second field goal attempt out of 3 today. And folks, we're going into the tunnel. Boston on the road up 3-0. This has been a defensive battle. That is truly remarkable. Cappelletti made 1 of 3 kicks in the first half. Both Blanda and Songen have thrown picks. The Oilers, I believe, have fumbled 1 ball away. An ugly first half. It's 3-0. Boston gets the ball to start the second half. Unbelievable. Here we go. Can Boston, on this drive, extend their lead before Houston touches the ball in the second half? It's going to be offense 11, punt. Offense 11, punt. Houston gets the ball around midfield. They snap the ball. They go to work. It's going to be the Boston defense forcing a punt. Wow. Boston gets the ball back. And it's going to be defense 5. It's going to be a punt. Man, folks, this has got to be the lowest scoring game I've had yet in the AFL. Holy cow. So we got punt, punt, punt. Houston with the ball. 4th possession. 12 is going to be turnover on downs. Giving the ball up around, probably around the 30, 40-something of Boston. Boston takes over. They get their final drive of this quarter. It's going to be a punt. And the final drive for Houston in the third, in the lowest scoring game I've had yet. It's going to be a red zone. Nope, red zone. Boston gives up a red zone drive. This may be where Houston takes the only lead they need to win. And it is a touchdown run handoff to Billy Cannon. Cannon is going to score in the third quarter for Houston. Cannon. A TD run. Extra point is good. Folks, that may be all they need. Can you believe it? That was the 6th possession. It is 3-7. Houston fans on their feet as the 4th quarter gets underway. Boston now needs to extend their lead. They technically need a touchdown to take the lead. Boston goes to work. It's a good drive, but it's going to be picked off. Uh-oh, Songen throws another interception. This one to Dennett Morris. And Dennett does not take it back to the house, but Houston has the ball here in the 4th with the lead. Houston with the lead at home. Fans on their feet. It's going to be a red zone trip for Blanda. And it's going to be a missed field goal. Are you kidding me? These guys can't hit field goals to save their life. Boston back on the field after a missed field goal. It's going to be a red zone trip against this defense. And it's going to be a touchdown pass for Butch Songen, fourth quarter. Songen, TD pass to Jim Coleclaw. And the extra point can be missed on 2 instances. Note PAT. Holy cow, folks. The fans here are stunned silent as the Boston Patriots capitalize on an interception, short field, and they are going to put the ball into the end zone on a Butch Songen pass to Coleclaw. Here we go. Houston now needs a touchdown to take the lead back. It's going to be defense 4. That's going to be a red zone trip. Boston, what are they going to do? They're going to give up a touchdown pass. Uh-oh, fourth quarter, suddenly both teams wake up as Blanda navigates his Houston team down the field, throws a touchdown pass to Hennigan. And the PAT is good. Oh my gosh, folks, we got a ball game here in the fourth. That was the fourth possession. All right, end of half for Boston. No, they're going to get their last drive, folks. They need this to win this ball game. They must score a field goal to tie it. A touchdown could give them the game-winning lead. It's going to be defense 7. It's a red zone trip against the Houston defense 3. It's going to be a touchdown run. Handoff to Ron Burton, who punches it in. What a fourth quarter as Burton, TD run. Extra point. That may be all they need. The Houston fans again stunned here. But Boston has taken the lead late. Can Houston get their final drive? A 2 through 4. The clock will, the gun will sound, and that'll be it. Houston will be left holding the football. Yep, 4 or 5. They're good to go. So Houston, this is it, folks. Final drive. George Blanda takes the field. The crowd quiet. It's a 2-minute drive. Blanda works the ball through the air, hands it off to Cannon, throws the ball through the air, snaps. It's going to be offense. Beautiful drive into the red zone. And it is going to be 11. It's going to touchdown pass at the final stanza. Fourth quarter, Houston. Blanda with a game-winning TD pass. This will wrap it up, folks, as Houston remains undefeated. PAT's good. The fourth quarter sees 14 from Boston and 14 from Blanda. Houston 17-21. This was the lowest scoring game I'd had yet until the fourth quarter. It turns into a 21-17 ball game. Boston falls to 2-1 in a great effort. Great fourth quarter effort by Songen and Burton. However, George Blanda steps up. He is a legend, folks. He played till he was 49 years old. I think he had 25 years of professional football under his belt. He was a place kicker and a disaster quarterback late in his career with the Oakland Raiders. Unbelievable, folks. This has been Drive Time Football. Undefeated Boston at 2-0 comes to Jepson Field against the 2-0 Houston Oilers. It is a complete defensive dominated game until the fourth quarter when both teams realize they got to get it done. And Blanda on a game-winning drive, final touchdown pass. Oh, by the way, that was to Carson. I knew I forgot something there. All right, this has been Drive Time Football. Thank you.